Warzone 2 is set to release on November 16th, and it's doing a lot of things that we loved about the first Warzone. It's free! You can still play it on PS4 and Xbox One. It features lots of great loot, amazing gunplay, and a battle pass we just know we're going to sink hundreds of hours into. However, it's also going to be a whole new game. It's got a brand new map, AI soldiers guarding high-value loot, third-person mode, circle collapse changes, and changes to the way that you can move around the space. So to give you a breakdown of all of these changes and how you can get a sneaky head start before Warzone 2 drops, keep your crosshairs on this video. So how'd you get a head start in Warzone 2? Well, the Battle Royale was developed alongside Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, which is out now, meaning that the biggest innovations are shared between the two. The games here share a new engine, progression, mechanics, and systems. So you have 2 weeks to get a handle on the weapons and other changes in Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. The headline feature is the addition of swimming and aquatic combat, with weapon ballistics impacted by your depth and positioning. Additionally, weapons physics have been totally overhauled, as have the movement options, giving you more freedom than ever before to interact with the environment around you. There's also new equipment, perks, and field upgrades to contend with. The tactical camera is going to make camping and assaulting fixed locations a tense nightmare, as well as a suite of new weapons to get a handle on. Honestly, it sounds like we may as well forget all of our Warzone training, because Warzone 2 sounds like a massively expanded experience. Infinity Ward has confirmed that Warzone 2.0 will be available for PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, and PS4 and Xbox One from November 16th. Modern Warfare 2 also supports full cross-platform play, so you should expect this feature to be on Warzone 2 as well. That means that all PC, PlayStation and Xbox players will have the opportunity to jump into the fun together and communicate with one another regardless of the platform they're on. The Warzone 2 map is entirely new. It's called Al Mazrah, and it's a stunning expanse of new play space designed specifically to take advantage of the new mechanics and systems being introduced into Warzone 2. Al Mazrah is an expansive desert map with a really varied mix of geographies, including a mix of industrial areas, different sized towns, including one which is half submerged, and a sprawling city. There are 18 points of interest, and a river system runs throughout the entire map too. Warzone 2's Al Mazrah is the biggest Battle Royale map that Infinity Ward has ever made. And in a nice touch, it looks like it will include some reimagined versions of our favourite spots from Verdansk and Verdansk 84, including the Quarry, Airport, and Observatory. So what is Warzone 2's DMC that you've heard about? Well, it's a brand new sandbox experience launching alongside the base experience on November 16th. Infinity Ward is calling it a Call of Duty's Extraction mode, although it does sound an awful lot like a mixture of Escape from Tarkov and Hunt Showdown. In DMZ, you'll need to infiltrate Al Mazrah with your squad, accomplish micro-objectives, and then extract from the battlefield when the opportunity presents itself. You'll have the entire map as your sandbox, and you'll not only need to worry about rival groups of players, but also the enemy AI as well. Unlike playing the Battle Royale version of Warzone 2, playing DMZ, the AI won't be contained to just the strongholds. They'll also patrol areas of interest and reinforce depending on how squads of players interact and press the map. Infinity Ward has promised a range of activities and approaches, although no further information has been released just yet. Now, this one is exciting, playing Warzone 2 in a third-person mode. It's being introduced, giving you an all-new perspective on Al Mazrah and combat encounters. Now, it would be disastrous if a third-person movement and first-person action were to mix, which is why Infinity Ward is constraining third-person Warzone 2 experiences to its own playlist. To complement this, Warzone 2 is introducing a suite of new movement and traversal mechanics, including the ability to slide, hang off of ledges, and dive through elements of the environment, such as windows, should a player or a grenade drop on you from nowhere. Warzone 2 is bringing the respawn gulag system back, although with some notable changes. For starters, it's now a 2v2 affair, where you'll form a temporary allegiance with another random player. If you make it out alive, then you'll be enemies again. But for a fleeting gunfight, you'll need to rely on each other. The new Warzone 2 proximity chat functionality will allow you to communicate with your temporary friend, which will be necessary given the new multi-level arena. You'll need to gather loot so you aren't just fighting with your fists, and there's also the presence of AI enemies in there with you as well. While you can defeat your opponents to earn re-entry into the map, you could instead choose to eliminate the AI jailer and use their keys to escape. Infinity Ward has said it's introducing more predictability to its loot systems to help players offset their desire to just rush towards calling in a loadout for their favourite weapons. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, for example, medkits will be found in bathrooms for you to replenish your health. Toolboxes will always replenish grenades, while hidden caches, which will always spawn in the same locations across the map, will give you an opportunity to grab loadout items. Now, as these locations can be memorized, it presents the opportunity for players to develop paths throughout the map and always see viable routes towards survivability after returning from the Gulag. So, what new features are you most excited to check out in Warzone 2? Let us know in the comments below.
Take out that boat!